We are here at Dean Highland Elementary in Waco, where we have a superstar in our midst. One of our first grade teachers here, Lindsey Henry. Just a few minutes ago, we watched her perform on Jeopardy, the national game show. She did a great job. We had more than 100 people here in a watch party at the school's cafeteria, and this was a culmination of, gosh, months and months of preparation for you.
Yes, absolutely. I found out back in December that I would be on this show, but I auditioned back in August. So yeah, it's been a while.
So what did you think seeing yourself on TV answering questions?
It was very surreal. It was really cool, actually. I was really worried about what I would look like. Would I look awkward? Would I look scared and nervous? But no, it was good, and I know I did a good job. I didn't remember some of my answers, so it was nice to go back and relive all that success that I had with some of those answers.
Once Upon a Time is set in this fictional New England town. Lindsey.
What is Storybrooke?
Right. Storybrooke.
Can you drop us for 600?
Lindsey.
What is the Keystone?
That is right. That takes us to our first commercial break.
You jumped out to a pretty quick lead with $1,400.
I did, yeah.
And then went up to $2,400 at the end of the first round. What were you thinking at that point? Do you remember?
I was thinking, that I was doing pretty good. I mean, I was having trouble with the buzzer a little bit, I will say. There's a strategy with it. If you buzz in too early, you can't get in, but if you kind of wait, you might not get in either. So it was a little bit hard to get that timing down, but I worked on it.
You told me there were some other keys to doing well on this. One of them is doing what you tell your students every day. You have to study.
Exactly. Yeah, the categories, I mean, you just never know. And so I loved my first board because I'm a huge TV show fan. So when I saw all those TV show names, I was like, yes, I know this. But Double Jeopardy, it was a little more difficult. A lot of those things I wasn't as good at. And then obviously the final, I was hoping for a German question because my husband right here is a German professor at Baylor. But alas, it was French, and which is okay, and didn't quite get it, but that's okay.
Okay, let's talk to Nick for a second. How did it feel to you? Well, you got to go out and watch this taping of the show.
I did, yes. I got to take 3 days off from work. I was, blessed to have good colleagues who would cover for me and good students who would bear with me for that. So, we were able to go out to LA and watch her. They shoot a whole week in one day. So we got to sit and watch 5 full episodes of taping. Of course, she was the 4th day of that, so it was a lot of waiting in between. But then she came on, and we were so proud of the way she did. It was a lot of fun.
And who was more nervous during the taping, you or her?
Oh, she was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no doubt.
I noticed during the commercial break, they showed a little shot of us when we were getting ready for final, and I just went, I saw myself take a big breath in that little shot.
And we could hear it before the episode actually started. Of course, they come out and they sort of frame you up and everything, and we could hear her going, okay, because they had her mic on at that point. So it was definitely her. She was more nervous.
Were you trying to help her answer questions? I mean, in your mind, thinking, I know that one.
In my mind, I was sending good vibes. Of course, we couldn't say anything.
Right.
They have a couple of production assistants who come out, and you have to be completely silent the whole time and hold up their hands and, don't say anything. And then every now and then they'll, ask for applause for the daily double and for things like that.
Yeah.
And you get into the last round, and you were up more than $7,000. But strategy-wise, you only had one thing you could do.
Exactly. I knew that $7,400 would not get me into the semifinals, probably on a wild card. And I knew, obviously, my competitors were ahead of me for actually winning the game. So I figured, why not? Go big or go home. You got to go for it. And unfortunately, didn't land on my side of things. But, hey, it's all good. Like I said, going in, win or lose, it's going to be an amazing time. And it truly was.
Lindsey, how much did you study for this
when
you knew? I mean, you weren't automatically picked. Tell us a little bit about that
Right.
process.
Right. So I've been a huge trivia fan growing up, and I've been just a natural learner all my life. But yeah, once I took the online quiz and knew I was going to have the audition, and then finally when they called, I got an almanac, I got trivia books, I was reading Wikipedia every night and studying this and that and all over. And I knew my weaker points, my weaker categories, so I tried to focus on that a little bit. Obviously, art was one of them, and I wish I would have studied a little bit harder for it, but it's all good. Hindsight's 20/20. But
in our book, you made an A+.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you too, and it was great for you. I'm sure a thrill
Thank
for
you.
you, bucket list for you as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I would love to be on the show, but she's really the one in our family who, enjoys it the most. So, I've done the online quiz
Yeah.
and things. I have not had nearly as much success, so we know who the smart one in the family really is. It was a treat to watch her be able to fulfill that dream. Yeah.
Well, you only made $1 on the show, but
did.
you got a lot more from our sponsor
did.
for this.
And actually, I get to take home $5,000. That's the guaranteed minimum. So I didn't just win $1. No, I won $5,000.
I didn't realize that. So,
Yeah.
And what are you going to use that money for?
I don't know. Our 5th anniversary is coming up in June, so we've talked about maybe taking a cruise or some sort of trip. I love to travel, so
Okay.
we'd love to keep that up.
Congratulations on that. And then Farmers Insurance is the national sponsor of the teacher tournament. And Brian Carter's here. He's got a special presentation for you.
Lindsay, on behalf of farmers and all of the agents here locally, we'd like to thank you for everything you do as a teacher. And Farmers does have the Thank America's Teacher program, and we give out grants, and we're glad to award you with a $2,500 grant.
Thank you.
Isn't
So
that
appreciate
great?
yes, so
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Farmers.
Most definitely. So yeah, we're
Absolutely.
definitely proud. As farmers agents, we're local business owners, but we like to give back to the community. And sometimes we're able to go in and sponsor classrooms independently and this and that. But when we have a nice event like this, we definitely want to give back to the community, and this is a great way to do it.
Very good. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Farmers. And what will you use this money for? Lindsay?
Well, first grade obviously is so important for building that foundation of literacy and reading skills and phonics. And so I want to be able to purchase more books for my classroom, technology, apps and games and things the kids can use where they are learning, but they're having fun at the same time. And so they don't even really realize that they're learning.
So that's a great cause, and thank you again for the money, Brian, on this grant, and it's awesome. And we were just so proud of you on that show, WACO ISD. You did us proud representing Dean Highland and WACO ISD. You were great.
Thank you.
All right. So that's the story here from Dean Highland Elementary. We've got a superstar, a TV star here after appearing on Jeopardy, and what a great job she did. Thanks for watching.